The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Today, we'll be speaking about data management again. It's a very important topic. I hope that you have been with us during the previous webinars. We have been speaking about a lot of introduction about data management. The topic is important because today in engineering science, we are considering data management as the basic layer to stand upon that with the CAD. So before even moving to the CAD, you have to understand what's the data that you're gonna dealing with. So today we will go specifically in deep details for one subject, which is the engineering change order. And I'm here today. My name is Mu'taz Lashin. I'm a technical manager and with the Sol System SolidWorks. And actually, I will be your host today. And our presenter is Muthu Kumar. He's a specialist in data management, SolidWorks PDM, SolidWorks Manage, and all aspects related to the data management. Muthu Kumar he's a senior application engineer in Atmata. Atmata is our reseller in the Middle East area. So they have two main offices, one in Jeddah, one in Dubai. And as authorized reseller, they have certified elite application engineers, 3 of them. And yes, along with us, we are all providing all the necessary technical support to you, to our customers. So it's time to handle the presentation to Muthu. So here you go. Muthu, we have the mic. You get the stage.
Yes, thanks for the welcome, Mu'taz. Can you able to see my screen, sir? It's okay.
Yes.
Okay. Welcome you all again for this.
I can see the screen, at least me. Yeah.
Okay. And welcome you all again once again for this webinar. So before we start, as we know about that, we are going to talk about the flow of informations between the teams, how we can collaboratively can flow the information. So I have to know about that, how you are streamlining your flow of information now with any processes there, an automatic or a manual process. Can you hold the question?
If you don't know, there is a small trick here that you need to have a window, minimize the window to be able to pick the answer. So we are expecting participation from your side. And the question is simple. How do you streamline the flow of the information? Today's information and data is very crucial, very critical for you. So how can you make it happen to flow these data from one department to another? Okay, so let's close the poll. Let's share the answer. So as you can see today, Muthu, our audience, most of them, they do have manual process to streamline this information.
I can able to see that 70% of users are having manual processes. So okay, no problem. Now I'm going to show you how you can automate this process. Okay. The solution for that is SolidWorks PDM. So it's a smart data management solution from SolidWorks. It will secure, organize, and control your data. And also it streamlines the share of information or files to your downstream department. And it also reduces your tedious tasks like file conversions, drawing, DSF, IGF conversions. So it will automate your manual tasking, and it will support CAD and also the non-CAD files. So once again, another question for you, because I have to know how you are ensuring, because there is a 40% of people show that I am using manual process. How you are ensure that the right data is transferred to the right person? Kindly answer the questions. So these are the questions I can understand fully about your process. So we will see the solutions accordingly.
So a simple explanation for that question: do you have to answer a lot of calls, a lot of emails after, for example, issuing a design? or moving a drawing from design department to the production. So have you get that headache for answering a lot of inquiries from different departments? Okay, very good. So let's share the answer.
Yes. Okay. The same.
Okay, very good. So you are in the right place today, gentlemen,
Yes.
to attend this session. Please let me remind you that you can have your question in the question area. So during the session, even we will try our best to handle the questions after all.
Okay.
Thank you.
So instead of this, in this webinar, going with the what are the capabilities, what are the benefits from SolidWorks I am going to show you in a live. So here I'm going to take one current issue, which is from your shop floor or manufacturing team. Like this pictures elaborating the particular part cannot able to manufacture because of this length using the gooseneck tools. So okay. So how we can eliminate or maybe maximize the documentation and also update the design, how we can releasing all the updated manufacturing documents without any breakage or obstacle, how we can produce the right data to the right person. Okay. So for this, I'm going to take the 4%. I think these 4% are common to our organizations. So we are going to deeply dive their basic day-to-day things, how SolidWorks PDM can help him to easily done their jobs. Okay. So here's the flow of our process now, where we can start, where we are going to be end. Okay. So according to our organization, we can follow our norms like ECR and also ECN or otherwise ECO. ECR is up to a change request from the departments out of the design. And also ECO is maybe a internal documents to record what changes we are going to be done instead of, because in future we need the documents. So why we done this? Because of an audit or some other place. If maybe a customer is also asking. So here we are going to start with ECR. So the shop floor guy going to be involved in the ECR because he is facing the issue. So he is creating the detailed ECR and forward to me higher authority. So his higher authority like a production head, how we can able to know the actual impact of this ECR, whether this ECR will impact on this project or that project, what will be the scrap, how much cost we will have to spend for this engineering changes implementation, whether it is required by this time or maybe some other time. So how we can come to know. So again, this parallel process, it move on to the design for the approving the ECR to implement the changes. And also in their cases, they also have to list it out what are the SolidWorks files related to that particular part or maybe assembly affecting because of the changes, because one change will affect the other parts also. How they came to know that. Then how we can automatically create the engineering change order internally for him to include all the listed affected items, like even though in assembly or product structure, and also have to include projects also, how they can able to include those affected items in the ECO. Then even though we update the design, how we can releasing the updated latest version of the manufacturing documents, because we are spending lot of times in this to create the document again and again based on the changes. So, and also we cannot be able to ensure whether the right data is transferred to the right person. So how then here I'm going to show you with the PDM with alert and also the communication flow between each and every teams to bring this process in a streamlined way. And not only that, and also creating of manufacturing document related to their manufacturing like drawings, BOM, and other assembly instruction, how they can easily streamline this flow of information. Then additionally, PDF, IGS, DSFs, which are the document you have required, you are doing in the manual process. I'm going to show you how you can automate this process with the help of SolidWorks PDM. So before we dive in, as per you have seen before, we have to know more about the people here. The Glenn, who is from the shop floor, he is receiving the issue, he is manufacturing the particular part. So he has to be create the ECR. Then we are going to move to the production head, who is the higher authority of this shop floor guy. And then we are moving to the design head. Then also there is a Mike. He is taking up design changes and also the design. He is going to update these changes in the design. Okay. Now we're going to start with the shop floor guy. He's a Glenn. Okay. The critical thing for him is he has to communicate this change requests properly to these higher authorities or the other teams with the use of SolidWorkspedia. He has to document the engineering change because it should be needed in the future to track the history of the part. How you can create the document here. I'm going to show you how easy is the user interface to see and work and get the output of it. So I'm going to the window of shop floor guy. Here you can able to see the SolidWorks PDM is integrated with Windows Explorer itself. There is no need to study any additional interface here. So you can easily work here as like as whatever you did in Windows Explorer, but with the access privileges. Because you can able to see the shop floor guy can able to see some of the folders where he having the access rights. So the thing here is he has to create a detailed ACR to forward to the next team. And also not only that, he can able to see dynamic preview of him released or manufacturing documents in the PDM itself. There is no need to separate software to view these things. So I'm going to show you, there is no separate drawing here. I'm going to show you how we can create the ECR in the PDM. There is already a predefined and also pre-created ECRs there. And also if you want, they want to know about that, the status of the ECR can easily came to know the status, whether it is implemented or whether it is stuck up in some stage also. So here I'm going to show you new ECR. Here you can able to see there is no direct view of the documents. There is a user interface to get the data from the users in a creative way, and also easy user interface to get the data. Here you can see they typed all the information necessarily to be transferred to the other department, and also some other fields are not able to edit because he is not having the access rights to give the data to those fields. So you can easily restrict those information also. So and also mapping of some of the information like numbering number and who is created date, everything is automatic mapping. And besides, you can able to see here there is automatic creation of Word documents, which will hold off all the information which you have entered in this interface. It is automatically mapping to your Word with all the information you have entered in this user interface. I'm opening and showing and the Word document which I have created here. You can able to see here it is automatically mapped to the locations where I want those data from the user interface. So it is streamlined create the document for your backgroundly. But the thing here is he has created the document, but he has to communicate his detailed change request to the users. So he having some of the capture of like videos or pictures like regarding to this issue in his local desktop. So there is a way to attach the reference file to the ECR, whichever you're having regarding to that particular document. Here I'm having some of the pictures of this issue. So the shop floor guy is adding this picture from his local to the PDF, making the reference of this file to the ECR to get a clear intention of this ECR. So the reference is now attached. It now attached to the ECR document itself. So the user or maybe the other department, the user from other department can easily get these reference attachments to get the clear intent of the ECR. Now he is going to be moved for the approval to his higher authority. There is a window to communicate the words within your teams. Write the commands, whatever you want to communicate with your particular person, write and send it. It will automatically send the notification like in a Windows pop-up and also the mail notification to the corresponding users. Here you can see now the status of the ECR is changed. The current user cannot be able to do anything. Here in SolidWorks PDM, the stage by stage access privileges are there. So you can usually secure your file based on the status also. So that's the thing is here. So we have done that, creating the ECR. So now going back. Going back to the screen. So he has done the engineering change request and also proper communicating to this higher authority within a easy use of interface like SolidWorks PDM. So we are moved to the next department, or maybe the higher authority of the shop floor guy, who is the production head, David. So the thing is that we are doing this communication in an electronic way using with the help of PDM. How we get the correct information or alert which is going on in organization. And also there is an assumption that David, the production head, is not in the office, is not in the premises, is out of the office for some business trip. How we can involve him in the collaborative process? How we can aim to know the information whenever he is not in the office? Because we are waiting the approval, even though we are giving the approval to some people, we are waiting for the approvals so many weeks or maybe the days, even though the approval not in the office. So here I'm going to show you also how quickly they approve the document with the streamlined flow of information using the SolidWorks PDM online. So now I'm going to the window of David, who is the production head. So immediately I'm showing some of the user, maybe Windows notification of the SolidWorks PDM here. Before going to the online, I'm going some of the information of the notification. Here you can able to see there is a direct hyperlink of the document. So that SolidWorks PDM eliminate your searching time, because in the mail itself you having the hyperlink of the document to open and see and get the information. So here see, and with the hyperlink I open the attachments also and also the ECR documents. So it will completely eliminate your time you have wasted in a searching of the particular document. So the thing is, you have to access the PDM online. So I'm going to use the PDM in online now. So these are the folders, like whatever you have seen in before in the local, can also able to see in online also. But he know about that particular assembly which is giving the issue. So I'm going to show you some of the information how the 3D file or SolidWorks file can able to view clearly in the SolidWorks PDM online. You can able to see the dynamic preview of the SolidWorks files in here. So you can able to get the design intent of this model clearly with the dynamic preview in the web itself, like whatever you've done in the local. So here you can see the measure it, you can measure it, you can explode it to clearly understand the assembly instructions, whether it will affect the sum of the assembly instruction file here. So, and also you can pick up in a detailed view. This tool can able to give to your supplier and also the customer if you want to give share the knowledge to the supplier about the design, and also not only the actual 3D CAD, you can share your 3D PDF files or PDF files to the supplier to get the clear knowledge to involve them in your process also. So thing is, he's understand that this issue must be implemented. So you're going to be give the approval for this particular ECR. So coming back to the ECR window, ECR folder where I'm having the file and view again within the dynamic preview of online itself. I'm showing for some of the example here. So the thing is, the production head have to give him approval on this particular ECR. So he's changing the state of the particular ECR file within a small mouse click also, few mouse click, not a, there is no extra work here. There is a few mouse click can do this, just making and moving this folder to the design head, and his intent is he has to communicate some of the information to the design head also. So he is writing the commands and moving the files. That's it. So nothing is he's approved the document ECR very well, and also you can get the clear communication through the electronic systems and alert with the sufficient information which is shared from the other team. So now we are move on to the design head, because we are in the design head approval now, and like whatever we have the assumption in the production head, we're having some of the assumption in the design head also, because in design head it doesn't have the license or doesn't have the software. So it doesn't have SolidWorks, Word, or any other software. Then how we can use only the PDM user interface to get all the information what they want, and how we can easily filter out what are the affected items if I am implementing this ECR here. How you can know, because we didn't know about that, whether this ECR will affect these parts, this part will affect this project. If we are done this much scrap we will get. How we can get this? So I'm going to show you how we can filter out the affected items from the for the particular change using the SolidWorks PDM. And also he has to assign the task to the designer. This change request task to the one of the designer to do the work. So we came to the screen of design head. So I'm logging to the PDM as a design head. So some folders are differ from here because the design head have some access to the some other folders also. So you can be able to see here, and immediately he is logging to the screen. He get a PDM Windows alert, and also the mail alert is there. So you get the immediate alert of the information what is going on his premises. So I'm clicking that, and also they're having the previous notification. I am showing some of the examples of the previous notification of the design head. And also if they want to go with the inbox, and also go with the inbox, the same similar like our mail inbox, it will hold all the information what you needed here. So there is a link and also the comment from the protection head to him. Instead of going with the directly opening the document, I can also use the link to browse to the folder where I'm having the file. So with the dynamic preview itself, the design head getting the information about the ECR document because he doesn't have the software of Word or SolidWorks here. So he is getting the information with the dynamic preview of SolidWorks PDM itself. So and also is viewing the attachments. So the detailed information which is shared from the shop floor guy, so is understand that this what the issue is. So now the thing is he has to filter out, or maybe he has to identify what are the affected items in the because of this ECR. So I'm going with the use of SolidWorks PDM search tool. You can easily filter out the vault file from the vault with a name whatever you're having in your hand, by a name or maybe a description or maybe the material whatever you use, like here. You can see here I have filtered out the part from the vault. It is for the release for the manufacturing here. Here in the contents tab, as a design head, you can able to see where I have used this document. I have used in these two assemblies, and 200 and 300, and also 300 assembly I have used in two projects. So you can came to know clearly what are the affected items here. So this project will be affected by these ECR changes. So I'm going to the assembly now to get the clear view of this assembly, what the assembly it is with a dynamic preview, because he is not doesn't have the software of SolidWorks. So he is using the SolidWorks PDM to get the design intent and which are all affected items within the assembly itself. So as like as protection head data is doing SolidWorks PDM user interface to get the design intent. So he is measuring the length of the flange. So how much it is? 71.5. You have to reduce 20 mm because it is interrupting with the gooseneck tools. And also you can explore a review to pick the part again and check. And also you can checking whether other parts will be affected by the changes or not in the assembly. Okay. So is overall checking whether it will impact on other components in the assembly. So the thing is that design head done his job now and came to know these are the affected items we have to focus. So now you're going to approve the ECR documents. You can able to see here that additionally you can assign this task or maybe the change request to one of the designer who is Mike. So he writing his comments to which is going to be communicated to him, and forwarding this task means of changing the design based on this ECR to the one of the designer Mike. That's it. So now the ECR is waiting for the disposal or maybe waiting for the implementation now. So now going back to the design head norms, he's done job all the things whatever we have spoken earlier. So he can easily came to know what are the affected items, what are the affected projects, whether this ECR is needed or not needed. So now I'm moving to the process again. Because we have started with the ECR, we are flow the ECR to the protection head to know get the approval from the protection head. There are also the protection head checks some models, and also he is understanding that what is the impact of this ECR. He is forwarding it to the design head. Now the thing is, we have came to the process ECO. We have completed the ECR process now because the ECR is waiting for disposal now. So now we are going to initiate ECO because the process came to the design department. the internal documentation, they have to list out what are the affected documents in the ECO document to maximize their documentation for the future users. So we come again that whatever we left here, we are assigning the task to the Mike, the designer. So here the thing is, I'm going to show you, because he is the 3D CAD user, how you can integrate those PDM and also 3D CAD in a single interface. Because even though we are having a lot of part or assembly files or drawing files in the PDM vault, how you can filter out the part easily. What I needed immediately, how you can filter out from the PDM vault. And finally, how you can securely file in the use of PDM. So I'm going to show in the screen of Mike, the designer, how easy the user interface for him. So here you can able to see, instead of going with a notification, and directly go to the folder of ECR, because he is also able to get an alert immediately whenever he is logged into the systems. So I'm going to the ECR folder directly to get the knowledge about the ECR, because this task is assigned to him. So he is getting the know about that ECR, what will be the impact or what I have to done in which part. So he understands that is the part 201836, but here the thing is, the SolidWorks PDM is fully integrated within your SolidWorks itself. You can get the file from the right side and drag and drop into a SolidWorks window or design window. So here you can able to see the SolidWorks PDM search here. So I know that part number 2018 and 36. Instead of going with the part number, I'm going with the description. I'm going to show you how you can easily filter out the components from your PDM vault, even though you know some information about the part. So I'm searching throughout the vault with the description what I'm having. So it will bring all the type of part regarding my description in the vault. So, and also with the help of PDM dynamic preview, you can easily came to know this is the part I needed. So here you can see there with the dynamic preview, this is the file I am needed with the list of items, whatever written from the PDM. So he is also measuring the file to get the knowledge. It is length is 71.5. We have to change this length only. But even though this file is able to view for him, he cannot able to edit him because it is the released files. So you have to create a ECO for this to get the approval from the design head to do the design changes. That's the beauty of the PDM. You can secure a file vault based on the stages of the document. So you can easily secure the file vault, whether it is in a release state, no one going to be edit the document, whether in a work in progress, they can able to edit the document. Otherwise, they're only going to be read. So the thing is creating the ECO document. I am only initiate the task, or maybe they initiate the workflow, that is moving this document to the ECO state. But you can able to see this state also doesn't have any access to these particular users, are not able to move the document also, because the only authority to do the move that's design head. Here you can able to see it is automatically create an ECO document for me with sufficient information about the changes. Here you can see it will include that who is created that, and also which is affected items, which is norms for the user, and also affected projects also there. 2 projects are there, and what are the documents to be affected or maybe to be revised based on these changes. I'm choosing that, and also I'm writing detailed comment about that change request to maximize my documentation here. And also easily the design head understand this engineering change also affect BOM and also affect assembly instructions or not, will affect or not. So it can easily came to know what will be the actual impact of this ECR. So now ECO is created now. Now the thing is we have to move this ECO for the design head approval. It's already done. We already done that. I'm showing that example of how ECR looks like here. So here you can able to see the particular file. The ECO is automatically attaching to the particular file. Even though if in future, if you are searching the particular file, you can easily able to know what are the ECOs are created or ECRs are created regarding this file. So thing is, he's done the job now, Mike. He's created a detailed ECO to communicate this information, maybe list out actual impact of the ECR to the design head. So now the design has to decide whether we go with this ECO and also we're going to implement this ECR or not. So for him, there is a proper documentation is there because there is a ECO with the sufficient information, and how we can easily proactively behave based on these changes request. So going back to the design head now to see how we can easily understand that and also moving the document for the changes. So directly going into the document preview or document files folder, here you can see there is a 2 issue under review. I'm going to show you is another simplest way to filter out these documents, because lot of times approver doesn't know about whether this document is waiting for my approval or not. So in the PDM itself, we can easily filter out what are the documents is waiting for him approval, what are the document is waiting for release. You can easily filter out the document from here itself. You can also filter out the document based on the projects and also throughout the vault. So even though I'm having this document which is 2 hours waiting for him, I also filter out based on date. But from this date to this date, what are the documents I'm having? What are the documents it's waiting for my pending? So you can easily came to know what is pending for you with the help of SolidWorks PDM. So the thing is understand that this is the file we have to update. So he is also reviewing the previous history of the files, whatever the done previously with this file. Is tracking the history of the file easily, how the A revision came, how the B revision came. So he's understand that it has to be implemented. So he is approving the ECO now to give the access rights to the designer to update the design changes. So now it's moved to the work in progress of the design. So coming back, he is get the information from the proper documentation, and also he can behave proactively based on the change request raised. So now going to start with the window of designer. So here the thing is, even though he is having all the versions of file, we are having A revisions, B revisions, C, D, up to every revision we're having as a separate file. Here the PDM is concept having the single file overlapped of all the versions and revisions. And finally, even though he is updating the design, he has to update the drawings and also have to convert the drawing to a PDF with the sufficient information for the manufacturing team. So here I'm going to show you how you can automatically update those things and eliminate your tedious task or repetitive task, whatever you're doing here. Then, even though you done the proper documentation like ECO or ECR, there is another way to, maybe there is another option to creatively communicate within your team. I'm going to show you that also. So I'm going to the window of Mike, the designer. He has to be working the PDM SolidWorks itself. So I'm going to show in the SolidWorks user interface how you can easily log in the systems within the SolidWorks. So how you can easily get the files within the SolidWorks itself. Okay, I'm going to search because I have to filter out what are the tasks is assigned for me. Like whatever the design get done, what are the document waiting for approval for me. So as a designer, he going to filter out what are the tasks pending for him in the PDM. So you can also filter out based on projects and also throughout. So you can here you can see that it's bring all the tasks which is pending for him. But the thing is that this part is going to be work, so you can easily drag and drop from that window to the PDM or maybe in the SolidWorks design window. So I'm checking outing the files to do the design changes, because now the designer get the access rights to edit the document. So here the thing is going to update the design change now to reduce the length to 20 mm from the previous. Is updating sketch, the normal design process, whatever we have done. So this is the dimension I have to update. So I am updating the dimension. Here in the right side pane, you can able to see clearly that when I update that model, it will automatically intimate me you update the model, and also there is not saved till now with the icon impression. From here also, you can easily filter out what are the affected items, which assembly I have to update, because he has to know which assembly I have to check whether there is no effects on assembly or not, like that. So in the SolidWorks window itself, he is getting that this project has going to be affected by this change. So this is the assembly I have to check. So he is directly opening the assembly files within in this window. So he's checking is directly updating the documents, because I have already updated the document there. So in the assembly, it automatically reflect that update in the assembly. And here also you can able to see in the right side pane the particular file, the corresponding name is Mike Designer. If you are working in the single assembly, multi peoples means they can easily collaboratively work on single project itself. This people is working on this assembly, this people is working on this assembly. You can easily came to know who is working on those files, and also until uh, otherwise, if the designer update the document and update in the vault, you can immediately get that notification. This file is updated by this user. You are using the older version of the file. So some of the information, if you want to need about that particular assembly, you can easily get from here also. So this is a file I have updated. So I have updated model now. So there is no effect. There is no effect here. If you want to go back with your versions like A revisions, B revisions, if you want to back, you are now in the B, you can easily go back to the A revisions also. So now come back to the drawing updation. I have updated the design model. Now I'm going back with the drawing updation now. Here you can able to see the drawing hold of the watermark, the updated watermark, because previously it is released. Now it is under the ECR changes. So it will automatically update the watermark of the drawing to the work in progress state. So there is no, it will eliminate the user going to use this drawing in the shop floor, because the shop floor guy can able to see this work in progress task. So there is some changes is going on. So they can easily stop their work without going with the old revisions. So again, I am going to show you here. The thing is, the user has to update the title block and revision table also manually. Whatever you have done the design, you have to update here manually. Title block, revisions, notes, everything. So I'm going to show you how PDM is automating this process also. Even though additionally he has to convert this drawing to the PDF for the manufacturing department. So I'm going to show you again the file conversion of the PDM, because we are having 30+ file conversion like IGS, step, DSF, PDF, whatever the file format you want, you can easily convert from your design document to the particular file. So I am submitting this document for the design head. Before I am submitting this document to the design head, I have to do another one thing, because I have already spoken to you. We are having another creative way to communicate with the internal team. So using the e-drawing markup tool within the SolidWorks PDM, I'm going to communicate in a graphical way to the design head, because he can able to understand what I have done, whether there is any effect on the assembly files. So I'm writing that graphically, what I have done, what I have reduced based on which ECR, because day to day we are getting more ECRs. Design head will approve 2 or 3 ECRs now. He will not having that knowledge about the particular ECR. So I'm specifying that number and informing them in a clearly way to check whether there is no effect on the assembly. So now the thing is, it is pending for the approval for the design head. So here you can able to see in the designer window, you can able to switch the versions between previous and also forward. You can able to go A revisions and also go C revisions, because all the versions are overwritten in a single file. So it will automatically reduce your version and revision concerns, and also reduce your file size also, because you are having n number of files with different revisions and file names. The PDM will take care of that. And in the end of this section, maybe the before after the design head approval, I'm going to show you that automatic updating like revision, title block, whatever I have seen there. I'm show you how the PDM is automatically updating those things and conversion of the files to the PDF. So coming back to again to the design head, because he has to approve for the particular document before release, because until otherwise he is not approving the document, it will not release to for the manufacturing. So he is logged into the system. Okay, he is logged into the system now with his login specific. So coming back to the particular folder, instead of going and searching in the folder, I'll already having that option of filtering the documents based on the status of the file in the PDM itself. So I'm going to filter out what are the files is pending for approval, not for the ECR approval. Now it is for pending for release. So I'm filtering out the pending for approval document here. And here he is not doesn't have any software. So he's checking, cross-checking whether he's reduced the length to the particular specification. So he's done the job very well. So okay. So he's clearly get that knowledge of the design from through the dynamic preview, and you can also able to get the knowledge through that e-drawing markup tool. You can able to see that this markup commands it's not able to see in the dynamic preview, because it is for the internal team to communicate with a sophisticated way. Using this also, you can easily share your files or maybe the PDF file to your supplier with the written comments to communicate clearly to your design. And also there is a ECO document which is attached to this particular part file. If he is want to open, and he can clearly understand what the affected items because of the CCR. So he get the proper communication with the help of SolidWorks PDM. So now the thing is going to approve the document. So he is approved the document now with the help of the SolidWorks PDM markup tool or e-drawing markup tool and dynamic preview and ECO. He's done the maximize the documentations what they want in the future. So come again to the shop floor guide now, because now the design is updated, the ECO and also ECR is implemented now. How the shop floor guy getting the proper notification what is going on regarding the ECR or regarding the file release for the manufacturing, and how we can get the latest revision of the drawing, because we are facing so much of struggles of the oldest revision of the drawing. After completing 50% of the manufacturing only, we came to know we are manufacturing the oldest revision. So it will be the huge scrap for us. So SolidWorks PDM will take care of the bringing the latest file to the proper person. So I'm going to show you in the screen of shop floor guide how you can get the latest version from the SolidWorks PDM. So here you can able to see what are the conversation before went between the production head and design head. If they want to know also, they can able to know with the alert as Windows and also the mail notification. So here the thing is the ECR implemented notification for him. So you can able to understand the my raise the ECR is implemented now. So in the release drawing also, you can able to see the true drawings. Here I'm going to show the file conversion is done there, because can also have the single version here, but I am showing it is also creating another revision for the particular drawing here. Not only the drawing file conversion, as discussed previously, it will convert the watermark, and also it added the line item in the revision table also. Based on the revision comments or maybe the ECR comments, whatever you have provided, you can bring the information to here and you can easily have a clear, updated, latest drawing to the shop floor guide. So the thing is, we have done now, we have implemented the issue in a clear and maximize the documentation with the help of SolidWorks PDM. We are easily done here, but after 2 or 3 years, if the design head want to know about what are the ECRs are implemented between this year to this year, or this project, for this project what are the ECRs are raised, or for this particular component what are the ECRs are raised or ECOs are raised, how can came to know? Even though we have released the drawing, what about the other documents like BOM or maybe assembly instruction, whether it is automatically updating or the user going to be update those things. So I'm going to show you how easy the SolidWorks PDM is automating updating those information also. Here the window of the BOM in SolidWorks PDM, it will pull the data automatically from your SolidWorks model itself. You can easily compare the BOM between the revisions, like between A revision and also B revision. What are the changes done in this particular assembly or particular projects? Here you can able to see the red icon, maybe the red indication which is deleted, and the green indication which is updated. So you can easily export this BOM and also the comparison result in an Excel format, which has to be shared to your manufacturing team. So it will eliminate the manual updating of your BOMs, because in SolidWorks PDM it automatically synchronizes the BOM from your SolidWorks model itself. Whenever you are updating the BOM, you can easily synchronize your BOM in the SolidWorks PDM. So there is no need of manual intervention, and every user or all the users will get the latest version of BOM only. And if you want to add your line item, like other line item which is not included in your process, like in your project or product structure, like grease, lubricants, assembly instruction, PDFs, you can easily attach those things in your BOM itself. And next thing is how easily you can filter out that for particular part or particular project, what are the ECRs are raised previously. So this is the window of such SolidWorks PDM. Already we have seen what is the powerful of the search window in the PDM. Is additional powerful for the search window in the PDM. You can easily filter out based on the part or project number, what are the ECRs are raised till now date or between this year to this year, what is the current status of this particular ECR, whether it is implemented or not implemented. So you can clearly get the actual report what is happened in your organization. Because with the help of SolidWorks PDM, you can easily maximize your documentation, and also you can get the output of the maximizing your documentation. So we came to the before the end of this section, and also we have implemented this issue with the help of SolidWorks PDM. We streamline the flow of information between the teams easily. But here I'm going to share some information or product knowledge to you, because you're already having some package in your package also are not using that package. Because in PDM we are having two levels. One is PDM standard and another one is PDM professional. PDM standard is free for your packages, like if you are having SolidWorks professional or premium package, the PDM standard is also included in your package itself. PDM standard also having some limitations like part numbering, but it having the additional capability like revisioning and versioning management, file management, your revision table integration, toolbox, and also it will pop up the notification in Windows, not in the mail, but and also it integrate within your SolidWorks. I think many of the users are not using the SolidWorks PDM standard, even though it's having a lot of capabilities in PDM standard. And additionally, we are having the professional package. There is no limitation at all. And there is an option to export or import your data to the ERP. And if you're having the design team or manufacturing team in your multi locations, you can easily streamline those locations on a single centralized data management solution. And there is an online access. We have already seen that. Microsoft add-in as like as the SolidWorks add-in. API. There is a platform called API to program your process, or maybe if you want some customization, or maybe you want to implement some other process, you can easily implement those processes with the help of API. Additionally, in PDM standard, we're having the only file conversion like drawing to PDF with a watermark or those information. But in PDM professional, we're having an additional package of 30 plus file conversion there, IGF, DSF. What are the file package or file conversion you have to provide with your supplier or maybe the manufacturer. So additionally, we are having the extended PLM software, which is Manage, SolidWorks Manage, is a real-time view of project management, process management, task management, and also file and BOM management here. And also you can easily monitor your risk and issues in projects in a creative way of dashboard and report. These are the three levels of packages in PDM and also in the data management. But the thing here is, I can conclude or maybe share the knowledge that you are having the PDM standard in your package itself if you are holding professional and premium of SolidWorks. And also there is a lot of advantages, additional advantages in professional also for you to implement and also streamline your flow of information between your teams. So before going to the section of questionnaire, I have to get your feedback. How do you want to connect with us regarding sharing the information about PDM standard or PDM professional, how it helps you clearly? You can happy to share those information. Kindly share your feedbacks. Based on your feedbacks, we will come back with you to get a clear understanding of your process and provide the solution for you.
So, gentlemen, how do you like to proceed? What do you need from us? Do you like to have a demonstration? Would you like to get more information? Or maybe you will be interested in the implementation? Okay, more people to come. Okay, let's close the poll. So actually, I would like to thank you, Muthu, for this heavy meeting, I can say. So it's a lot of information and real deep diving in the product, especially the engineering changes.
Yes.
So it's time to handle some of the questions now.
Okay.
So if you do have any question, I mean the audience, if you do have any question, please let me know. And let me remind you with things here. If you get back to the workflow, please, Muthu. So let me highlight some of the topics.
Yes, okay, wait.
Any one of the workflows, please. Yes, for example, this one. So in today's scenario, this is our scenario. This is our workflow. This is a sample workflow. So it could be your workflow, or maybe your workflow is different. So on PDM, as Muthu said, that we can customize the whole things. So what we try to do today is just to implement each and everything. And the second thing is that this is your involvement every and each day of your life, in your work life, which means that you have been involved in this workflow by somehow. However, you have two choices. The first choice is to make it manually. And in this case, you will struggle to find the information. You will find, for example, waste time for recreating the information again. And you would never have a choice to track all of this information. However, if you are using a streamlined information system, which is a data management system, so in this case, it's going to be very easy for you. So in terms of customization, yes, it could be in your scenario, for example, a very specific ECR that will be converted directly to ECO will be handled directly by the engineers. Or maybe specific ECRs will be going directly to the engineer, I mean the designers, without going or passing through the design head. So it depends on your scenario. So I just wanted to highlight that. So one of the questions for you, Muthu.
Yes.
How long it takes to implement SolidWorks PDM?
How long it takes? Okay. So we can implement within a week for you as a basic and for your processes implementation. If you want additionally something, if you want to customize means of programming that, not related to programming like that. So there is an easy way to configure also. So you can easily configure your sample process in the PDM. You can have implemented within 5 days itself.
Okay, so it depends actually on the customer requirements. However, it could take from 5 days, the maximum, to 15 days. So such a system is very easy to implement, very fast, and you will get to go. Any other questions? Yeah, there is a question that if this session today will be recorded, can we share the link with them?
Okay, who's asked? We will get that. Okay.
Okay, so I believe yes, we're gonna record this session, and the recording will be handed to you, and also it will be published in Atmata YouTube channel. So if you are subscribing to Atmata YouTube channel, you will be getting the recording. Another question from Babu: how this packages is useful for educational institutions? So can you give us some insight about this, Muthu?
I can you can conclude this point because I'm not deep in education assessment.
Okay, so for educational, it's very easy. So at the end of the year or for semesters projects, so usually what you are doing, you are collaborating between different students. So in this case, actually, it's going to be very helpful to give best practical things for their future life, that once they are going to the real work scenarios, they will find that, yes, we need to handle the data. We need to manage the product information. So in this case, it's very crucial, very important actually for the students to get ready with the data management. So really, I'm encouraging each and every instructor and educator to teach the engineers of the future the concept of the data management. So to get them ready, to get them equipped with the data management. So again, a simple example is just to contribute with them in the projects, student projects. Any other questions? Okay, so a question from Aslam: how it will be helpful for auditing in a company? Auditing with a company, actually, it's based on ISO standard, for example. And what we are doing here is that we are recording each and every information within the document, which means that it's going to be complying with the ISO standard. So all of these systems, once you are into PDM implementation, so just tell your ISO audit guys that, hey guys, we do have a PDM system. That's it. So everything will be settled. More questions? Okay, I think that's it for today. Thank you again, Muthu.
Yes, thank you.
Let's hope that we will have more sessions from you, Muthu. Thank you.
Yes, sure.
Thank you for all the entities today for joining us. Please keep tuned for Tuesday with SolidWorks webinar series each and every Tuesday, 1 p.m. Dubai time. Thank you and goodbye.